Overcoming cancer and sickness, our journey. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. I don't give advice, suggestions, information, recommendations. I do share with you my perspective on different topics, as is with this one. I hope you like, share, subscribe to all 5 of my channels. The names of the channels are pinned to the top of the comment section below. You know, cancer, as many of you know, I've been talking quite a bit about it because my husband was diagnosed with cancer back in, I think it was end February, began chemo, heavy chemo treatments in March. I began to take sick a few days after he started getting chemo, the heavy chemo, and I was around him continuously. They could not figure out what was wrong with me. I ended up in the ER, quite a few doctors, many tests, and they were unable to determine exactly what was going on with me. I was having something like an allergic reaction to something, and it was affecting my abdomen. And we do not believe it was stress related. We believe that something created it because of the many symptoms that I was having and the various symptoms that I was having. And I'm on the road to recovery right now, and we hope that I continue on that road. And I'm feeling much better than I did 8 weeks ago. And yet I'm not at 100% yet, but I'm praying and moving towards that direction, I hope. My husband completed all of his chemo. That was the only option that they gave him on the table, was heavy chemo. It wasn't like a lighter version of chemo. I'm not that there is a light version necessarily, but I don't know that much about chemo. All I know is that he was taking a very heavy dose 5 days a week for a number of weeks, and it was really something, without going into great detail. And so he's done with that. The results did not come back exactly as we had hoped, and yet we're very hopeful. Remember, as I talk about being filled with hope, hope is like the fuel that runs a car. Without fuel, the car doesn't run. Without hope, we don't move forward. And so I believe in always maintaining hope and being hopeful and hope-filled. And so our journey with cancer and then me getting sick, and that was very traumatic for me because everyone was depending upon me at that particular point, especially my husband. I have 3 young adult kids who are wonderful, and yet they're young adults, okay? And so everything was hinging more on me. And so when I started to get sick, it was very frightening, very scary, and being that they still, even to this point, are not certain what caused it, we have our own perspective on it, and I've talked about this before. It seemed to coincide directly with the heavy doses of chemo my husband was getting, and he was coughing all the time, and we were in very close contact. So we don't exactly know. We don't have a firm diagnosis of what occurred to me, but we do believe and hope and pray that I'm on the road towards wellness. And so, you know, I'm out running my 5 miles a day, run, walk, waddle, whatever it happens to be. And we are on very much a green diet, not just, those are green bananas, so we're waiting for those to ripen up. I sent my son out to get some yellow bananas, and I eat a lot of bananas, me personally. And we eat a lot of greens. We're very much into what we have read, the right kind of foods for these particular situations. We're keeping a very positive attitude, surrounding ourselves with positive energy. We believe, and it's only our belief, you know, I'm not saying that this is fact, I'm saying it's belief, but we do believe that heavy stress can bring about certain things. And we believe that that may have been part of, you know, all of this. Now, I don't believe that mine was brought on from stress, but I do believe that stress plays a factor in a lot of things. So when you're going through a sickness, it's a very scary time. It's a very challenging time, at least it was for me. And my husband was very brave through the whole thing, very positive. I loved his attitude. For me, I got busy. I remodeled my whole house during that time. You say, well, if you're so sick, how could you remodel your house? I was so uncomfortable, anything to take my mind off of it. I didn't feel like painting. As you all know, I'm an artist, but I didn't feel like painting, even though I've started back to painting again. I love painting. But painting is sort of a mood thing that I do, and I need to be in that right frame of mind, and I wasn't. I was so sick that I went upstairs. I repainted all 5 bedrooms, the hallway, the stairwell, came down here and streamlined and did what I called remodeling. And then I went out and I planted grass seed, lawn seed out in our yard. We have 2 acres of lawn, but not all of it is grass. Some of it is pine straw and that. So I planted grass seed, which is all coming up. I can't believe it. I planted it at the wrong time of the year, but I watered it a lot, and so it's growing. So I kept busy with positive projects. I made a lot of positive changes during this time. Even though I live a very healthy and positive lifestyle, I accelerated that positive lifestyle in every way that I could think of. And I achieved so many results, probably more in such a short amount of time than I have maybe in any one period of my life. I became so organized, and so I had a definitive or distinctive plan, plan of what I call plan of action for my life in any kind of event that would take place. And so my husband and I were concurring. We were supporting each other. We were great support for each other. As sick as he was there at the ER for me, and I've been there for him all the way. We try to keep our life as normal as we can. We, for a while there, it was very hard to do that, but now we're kind of bringing back all the things that we love to do, including my painting. I'm back in college. As y'all know, I'm a 65-year-old college student. Even though I graduated, I'm back into the university. I'm back into a new university. And so the thing about it is that we try to keep life as normal as we can during sickness, during my husband's cancer situation. We do surround ourselves with a lot of positive people. We get right information. We have great medical professionals, kind of a wide range, and we listen to what they have to say. Now, listening is different than doing everything someone says, but we do listen. We surround ourselves with people who have overcome the odds, who have overcome cancer, who have overcome sicknesses, so that we can see how they did it. Now, remember, how someone else does something may not work well for us. How we do something may not necessarily work well for them. But nonetheless, we surround ourselves so that we're inspired to find our own way through this journey, or as we call it, to overcome the monster. And so it has been a very difficult and challenging journey. I continue to make my daily videos. I have not been doing live streaming much or at all. And that kind of started before I actually took sick. It was just a spiritual recognition that I needed to step back from that for right now. Hopefully there will be a day that I get back into it, at least at some level, at the level that's right for me. And I make my daily content, my daily videos, and I don't concern myself with the numbers and trying to grow my channel. It's great if it grows. If it doesn't, it's okay, because I'm there to inspire, motivate, not give information, not give advice, not give suggestions, just inspire others to live and find their own best life, their own solutions that may look totally different from someone else's. So this has been quite the journey for us. And we are just very grateful and thankful. I think as refined as we were in so many ways, I think it refined us even more. Crisis can do that. It can refine you, change you for the better if you let that happen. And no, we would not want to go through it. We hope we get through it. And we hope that we're back out on the wonderful road of life, enjoying everything. But I do think it wakes a person up, and makes them more alert to what's important and what's truly valuable in their lives. And so you don't want to go through crisis to be woke up. You want to be awake all along. And I always thought I was, but for whatever reason this happened, we have learned a great deal. We're traveling this journey, and we hope it's a journey completely towards wellness. And it's something that you never forget. You never forget. You always remember. And, you know, hopefully it has reshaped us to always look for only right decisions in our life and right choices, and to just keep going in the right direction. So I wanted to come on here and share. You know, I share with you. I don't give advice or anything like that. I just share with you our own personal journey. My husband's very open about, you know, sharing his journey. And his name is Jack, and I'm Diane. So sometimes you may hear Jack and Diane, you know. And people used to always say, oh, Jack and Diane, because it's Diana Brienne. But sometimes for short, people will call me Diane. And so, yeah, so we're rolling along. We're very hopeful. We're very motivated. We're being very positive and only surrounding ourselves with positive energy, because, you know, we absorb energy, and so we want to absorb positive energy. And we are very compassionate and very understanding to others going through their own personal journey of any kind. Okay, so I just wanted to come on and share a little bit with you. May God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.